Hi guys, I have stuff to tell you. A few days ago, I asked Office of the President of the United States Trump to assist me with everything is possible to recover my father's nuclear research. In my videos, I repeat myself very often, and specifically about my father's nuclear research. It was told that I consider to be the major reason of my gangstalking. So I will start from the beginning and say why I did this because I had friends that were in a way told me not to do stuff like this. But anyway, I will say a few things to start right away as why I call them in the way why I was driven to do that. I was stopped a long time ago, but the beginning of 90s, and it cost me a lot of stuff, a lot of money, a lot of disappointment, and I got my citizenship, and it was nice, very funny. I had my citizenship, you know, and I thought I will never get it because before the gang stalkers were actually trying to scare me that I'm not going to get citizenship. They're going to do it the way that I'm not going to get my citizenship ever, and they will, people are, will arrest me, deport me, and whatever. It was thing. And then when I got my citizenship, they start doing just the opposite song. We're going to take your citizenship away, and then you're not going to get social security and so on and so on. All those kind of bullshit, massive. But it was a long time ago. But now, I will tell why I went to this point. First, in general, there's too many years past, and I'm pushing 60, and partially it's in a way kind of a recovering of truth, and not just that. Um, the my father's research is in a way in every single accelerator, nuclear accelerator in the world. Okay, this is the peaceful part of nuclear energy. Then there is another thing. Um, they have military applications, which is, as I said, it's non, non-powder weapons. It's next generation weapons, and they have lots of modern applications. So they have applications in medicine. They have applications in space industry. This is a really thing at the time was really big, and it was too big for one person. But yet, honestly, there was another colleague of his. I don't know if his children got money or not. I have no idea. I hope they did, but I didn't get my money. My father died with interesting circumstances in 1992. He was given a shot, the way I understand, of medicine of some kind, and I don't know what happened, but he died short while after. And coincidentally, I started being gangstalked in 1993, and he died in 1992, so several months later. And the other thing was, I was gangstalked really arrogant. I was told, as I said, the place of work at the time, told me we're gonna, just grab you, deport you one day, and shut the fuck you up. And this is what I mean. Directly, it was unbelievably arrogant thing, and the I kind of was swallowed it at the time. And the when I got my citizenship, I just moved on. And but one place that actually were doing it, I had a conflict with them in the state because of mobbing and in a way street theater at work. And anyway, so after a while, as I said, I'm kind of doing kind of a timeline. And, I came to information that I came to information that there's a big possibility some of my friends being used against me, even before I came to this country, and it was kind of disappointing. Um, and some of those friends specifically I saw face to face here in the states. Anyway, and the so it's in a way kind of breaking your soul. You know what I mean? If somebody gaslights your friends that were close to you and twist them against you, I have a video about when friends betray you. It's actually one of the worst thing can happen to a targeted individual, and it's disappointing because as I said, it can be friends who are your friends' friends, then it can be your love interest, and it breaks your heart in a way. You know. Then what's next? I will start right away. My son, he's a student, so I mean, I would like to send him to any school, in good school. And then there's another thing. Uh, what is important between 2016 and now in 2020, I can live between two cities. Even though I spend a lot of time here in Atlanta because simply I don't want to spend any money, I'm draining out of financial resources. And my mother got sick, and three medicines, combination of three medicines. She developed a sleep disorder. She was given three medicines, and these medicines gave her um, symptoms of Parkinson, but it wasn't symptoms. She had symptoms, but she wasn't sick of Parkinson. So what one doctor decided to do is to tell her to have a detox. So she had a detox, and unfortunately, places that she lived and so on cost her about $90,000. Plus, some of the payments that she had to make with the financial institutions, and so it's, as I said, about $90,000 was right there within a year and a half. And instead of giving this money to um, to my son, she had to use for medical bills. There was a joke in Canada. In Canada, I watched Jim Carrey a few weeks ago. He said, "Well, why Canadians are happy because they don't have to sell mother's house to pay for their mother's bills, medical bills." Because so here we go. This is actually one of the best explanations there is. So, and what happened is, as I said, it's drained resources financially because she was told until you spend your pension fund, you're not eligible for anything as a assistance and so on and so on. And so there is a massive group of people who live within some of the immigrant communities. They never work a day in their lives, okay? But they had absolutely the same thing, actually even more now stuff they're getting than my mother is getting after working 30 years as a professor, 15 hours a day, and after she's sent to life path thousands of students of electronics, and but yet she was told, no, 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 good, you worked, good for you, you're upper or middle class, you have spend all your retirement money, and then otherwise maybe you will get something. This is what the thing is. As example, so if my mother works and has to spend money for medicine, and someone in this country uses my father's research, giving me nothing, see, I'm sorry, but I want my part, and it's nothing wrong to ask. So that's why they have a set up system. If someone like me try to ask for stuff that belongs to him, but it was stolen by some people up echelon of society, they have a system that starts. Is what Gangstalking works for. They have a system of pressure, scare tactics, and so on and so on until ruining you, like actually they try to do now when denying employment. I think, well, we will see. But my point is, this is how I see it. And then this is how it's like a. They look at this. It's like undermesh. You're subhuman. So you're subhuman. It means what subhuman for them means is you can do research that their brains never can do, like my father's research. Then they still do this research because they consider it to be not developed as human enough to, um, you know, to enjoy whatever you did. It means, see what I'm saying? It's the oxymoron. Supposedly undermesh, the subhuman, does the stuff that even they don't have at them brains to do, but yet they consider you to be under subhuman when they take your stuff away. See what I'm saying? So partially, I was mobbed out of job once, especially in the early 90s, but I had several mobbing situations of my place that I worked for 14 years. It was a big company. One day I will tell the name, but one day, I mean, you can do research if you punch my name in. Anyway, so this is another reason. Okay, why will I do that? As I said, I have people that were close to me for a long time. Not to do any of those, um, inquiries. But I'm sorry. But anyway, it's this type of, you know, some people tell you don't do inquiries, don't do this, don't do this. De facto, they help in a way that talk this narrative of, oh, no, 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 the government or there's elite they stole from you or something like this. This is what the deal is. If they stole, yeah, they stole, so give them back. Make the right decisions. You know what I mean? Of course, it can be some kind of stuff that goes on after, but my point here is very simple. That this type of narrative, people who try to stop me in a way, contradicts my interest of, financial being and well-being for the future. You know what I mean? So this is one of the major reasons, as I said. And I just want to talk about employment. Um, After I got mobbed out in one place a long time ago, I couldn't find a job 2 years. Same thing. Um, the What happened when I arrived here? I first looked for a job for 7 months, and this 7 months I couldn't find any job. I was planning, to find a job at a specific amount of pay in order to keep this apartment until 2023. There's a project going on here very soon, going to start, and it would change my situation nicely. And not just that, the I have in 4 years I'll be eligible. In 4 years something I'll be eligible for retirement actually, and at least partial retirement, which creates a stream of how you call it, passive income. So I would have this apartment would have led to kind of a bigger and better situation, either for living or for investment. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is just one of those things. Because as I said, we have this apartment for a long time, 15 years. And what happens is, for the first 7 months, I couldn't find any job at all. There was no, and then I went back to Salt Lake City, got my car, and not just got my car, I got my mother because I had to take her out of assisted living because of the cost. The cost of assisted living was about, well, first year was kind of 35,000, then just dropped a little bit. But my point here is that was very, very big price to keep her there until she, well, not going to get into this. But my point here is very simple. We thought that I was going to sell the apartment for very fast, but it's not selling. It's been 5 months and it's on the market and it's not selling. So I don't know what it is, how it is, but some people say there's a possibility of gang stalking in real estate. I have several videos gang stalking in real estate from experience of long time ago and some other people. Anyway, so this is why this thing is running. And this is why I started it. It's going to be as a part of a project that I have. I have another uh, channel which called Sloboda US, which has a web page on. I mean, it's not web page; it's a Facebook page. It's going to be partially Russian, but maybe it's going to be something else. But it's going to be partially Russian, and I want to keep this playlist about Trump administration, how they're going to assist me. If they're going to assist me, I mean, I hope they do. You see, the Trump, I don't know what a lot of people deal with. You see, I didn't vote for Trump, but my what I see, he maybe take some of the stuff that he's being told as a personal challenge in a way. As long as it's not, ugly personal challenge, I think he can help. Even though he's, so as I said, people have different opinions about him, but this is what we'll see. And as I said, I'll be continuing doing this thing, and currently, as I said, I'm really busy looking for employment, part-time employment. I need a job that I will start early in the morning and uh, stop it like at 1. So it's like from 6 to 1, it would be great, but I can't find any of those jobs. And then I can deal with my mother's here sickness, and not just that, with the real estate agents until we close everything this and move back to Salt Lake City to transition my mother in assisted living one more time. I don't know if she's going to go same place or not, but from this moment on, it's going to be different. So this is it for now. I hope I will do another video, maybe not tomorrow because tomorrow I have to do stuff, but Saturday or Sunday, usually what I do, I go on weekends and do several videos and then post them over a couple of days. So guys, have a good evening. Thank you for listening to me, and have a good night.